Well, what are we going to talk about?
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Allan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome, one and all, to the 142nd edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast, where our hot takes are cold, the hosts are old, and Allan is always forced to carry the load. We're so glad you joined us, and we can't thank you enough for your support on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can always check us out at blcpodcast.com and listen to us every single day on your favorite podcast platforms. Don't forget to like and review the show. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you my two favorite radio badasses. It's Farty and the Butt. Fred, you're the butt.
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah. My dear daughter said to me that since she calls us the Fart Podcast, she's like, Uncle Allan is Farty and Fred is the butt. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Fair enough.
yeah.
Like, that's pretty good, actually. Not bad. Not the worst burn, but
Farty and the Butt Show.
That's right. Welcome to Farty and the Butt. So welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're so glad you joined us for this, the 142nd edition of this show that we're on. It is, summer's a coming, I guess.
Yeah. Heating up.
Well, let me just tell you this, Fred. I got to lead off the show with the biggest news to hit the lower half of the U.S.
What you gonna tell?
in 100 years. Maybe, probably not true, but I don't know. I'm not a news guy. I don't know how many years.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we experienced, thanks to the sun's obviously trying to kill us,
Yeah,
got to experience the Aurora Borealis right here in our little old southern states.
You did.
Well,
I didn't get to see it.
Did you get to see it? Did you get to see it, Matt?
let me just tell you this. I titled this part of this.
None of us got to see it.
No, well, hold on. I'll tell you the story of what I have titled this Bore-ora Snor-ealis. Bore-ora, because so Friday night, everything said like Saturday night, this past Saturday night,
Right.
you're going to be able to see it. Like, you're going to be able to go outside and you'll see the shit. The lights will be great, right? So I was like, cool, Saturday night, I got it. So then Friday night, I ended up staying up and like not on purpose, and just I was like hopping on Facebook before I went to bed, and all these people were like, look at the Aurora Borealis, look at it, look at it. It's amazing. So I was like, it was like midnight or whatever, and I was like, all right. So I like my oldest son wasn't asleep, so I was like, let's go out there and look and see if we can see the lights.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So like we went outside and nothing. Like we couldn't see anything. So I was like, okay, well, maybe some people had said you have to like take a night shot on your camera. So
Right, I heard that too.
exposure. So I was like, all right, well, I have one of those things. I can do that. So I was like, well, maybe there's too much light pollution in my neighborhood. I'll go to my backyard, which faces nothing. And like, maybe it'll be, if I look that way,
Right.
I'll see it, or I'll be able to capture it with the magic of,
Right.
photography.
Of the phone.
So we go out there and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh no, it's all blue. The sky is blue. And I was like, oh, it's nice. And he's like, the sky's always blue. And I'm like, damn it. I tried to pull one off. I tried to get one by.
Yeah, like, look at it.
We did it. We cared about stuff. So we woke up the next morning, like I said, and my wife was like, all right, tonight's the, Aurora Borealis, whatever. And then she hopped on her socials and was like, everybody saw it last night but us.
Yeah.
We tried, like Jack and I tried, and it just didn't work.
Not everybody.
night we're going. We're gonna, and I was like, okay, great. We're gonna go on a hunt for a mystical. Great idea. Great idea.
At least you like reminded it of it. Like we didn't even. I forgot about it. I forgot about it. You know what I mean?
Be happy that you forgot.
My kids were driving me crazy so bad that I actually missed the celestial event.
Well, it's funny because like 2 days before this all came out, my wife was talking about like, oh, I really want to see Northern Lights. It's like on my bucket list, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool to see it. And so then I was like, oh, this is a great opportunity. So the next night, like I said, Saturday night, they're like, this is the night, right? And so we're like, all right, well, so we're going to stay up. We're like, everybody said like between basically the 4 hours, it's around midnight. So 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's where you got to see it. You got to go out in the country. You got to go head north, like toward the mountains, all these things, right? So I was like, all right, so like, we're just going to stay up. Like we'll take a nap during the afternoon. We'll wake the kids up or like, we'll keep the kids awake and we'll go, like, we'll just go find it. Right. So like 10 o'clock rolls around, we all pile in the car. And I'm like, okay, well, we got to go north, like, toward the mountains and everything. Right. And I'm like, and through the country. So I'm like, all right, we kind of live in the country anyway, a little bit. So I was like, all right, we'll just go the back way up to Spartanburg, which is a little north of where we're at. And then we'll get on the interstate and head up toward the mountains. If we haven't seen it, my thinking the whole time is like, we're immediately going to see it. And then I'm not. Right. Right, because I was like, I don't want to drive an hour in the middle of the night. Right, in the middle of the night, And like, so I was like, hopefully, like as soon as we like get out on the road, it'll be like, oh, look at this amazing lights. Back in bed by 10:43. That's what I was aiming for. Wow. No, none of those happened.
You went on an excursion.
We drove all the way. I drove through the ass black country of like where there's no lights. Not black like no lights in the sky.
Yeah, no lights.
And I'm like, maybe that's it. Like, is that it? Like, and I know I was annoying the kids because I'm like, is that the Aurora Borealis? Is that it over there?
Oh, no, that's a cloud. That's a street light.
Yeah, and they're like, I was like, that's green, and they're like, that's not. That's a what do you call it? A billboard. And I'm like, it's green. Yeah. That counts. I was like, I'm calling it. I'm calling that deal. Yeah. So we drove all the way up. We drove like an hour and 20 minutes in the night. Like in the pitch dark, finding because I was like, I'm gonna get this. We're gonna catch this motherfucking Borealis. I can't wait. Like I'm taking it down. I'm gonna take one picture of it and then leave.
Yeah,
right. So we drove all the way up. I didn't. Thankfully, we didn't make it to North Carolina. We made it. We made it to the other side of Spartanburg on 26, and the kids were like, we need to go to the potty and stuff. And I was like, great, let's pull over, like stop at the QT, whatever, and go potty. And so while they did, I was like furiously Googling, like, is this shit going to happen or not? Because I was like, at this point, if we keep going, it's going to be a long ass drive home in the middle.
Right.
And if we keep going and we don't see it, that's going to really suck. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I looked again and they were like, yeah, it looks like the best time to see this thing tonight is going to be between like 2 and 3 a.m. And I was like, nope, we're done. Like, nope, no. Not happening. I'm not staying out until 2 or 3 a.m. I don't give a shit that much about these lights. Like, it's just lights. So much to the chagrin of my wife, who I understand, she really wanted to see it. And I wanted to see it too. Like, I really did. But I was like, look, if it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, we're not going to be able to stay out that late. Like, we're not going to be able to drive around until 2 or 3 in the morning. And the kids aren't going to be able to do it. We just need to head home. Like, we'll get home. We got home like right at midnight. And so she was like, okay, whatever, and she knew in her heart, she knew it was the right decision, but in her head, I'll see them pretty lights. So, they're real pretty. But so we drove back, got home at like midnight. And she's like, I'll set an alarm for 3 a.m. and I'll hop up and like do it. And I was like, why don't you do that? So obviously no one saw them. No, nobody woke up at 3 a.m. I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if the Aurora Borealis happened in my bedroom. I'm not opening my eyes at 3 a.m. to see it.
I tell you what I did see, and we didn't even speak about this. It was Friday, like in our town.
Uh-huh.
Did you see the Goodyear blimp?
I did see the Goodyear blimp. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, that's good enough. I'm good.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, holy shit, it's the Goodyear blimp. You know what I mean?
A bunch of pictures of it. Because we were driving. I was like, what's that blimp doing here?
And actually, now that you said that, I got to see a SpaceX launch.
See, there you go. We're all seeing
when it was coming down.
Yeah,
you can see it at the beach, but I didn't know what it was. I was like, "No, what the hell is that?" Didn't pay attention to it, and then somebody texted me, "See it?" I forgot about that.
Yeah, motherfucker said you can see.
I forgot about it. I was like, okay, well, whatever. He's like, we were too far south here for the northern lights, so I don't see shit.
Wow.
But it's cool. There's areas out here that it's really dark that you can see the Milky Way.
See, that's cool.
That's what I want to see that too. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, it was very weird to see the blimp. Like, and then my son got mad at me because I kept calling it a dirigible. He's like, it's a blimp, and I'm like, that's the Goodyear dirigible. He's like, Dad, you're such an old man, and I'm like, hey. Like, what can I say? A little bit. But I guess it was heading from Greenville-Spartanburg Airport to Darlington, South Carolina for the race.
I know because I didn't know
race.
Yeah, the race was Saturday.
Sure,
but the PGA Tour was in North Carolina, so I didn't know if it was like going from that to.
Dang, or could you blimp at the PGA Tour?
Like, here comes the Goodyear blimp again, everybody.
They'll be making noise. That makes a bunch of noise, man. They ain't gonna take it.
No, you didn't hear that thing. That thing was like 1,000 feet up.
No, that thing is loud.
I didn't hear it.
Oh yeah, you hear it?
I wasn't listening.
Games.
I wasn't listening for the blimp.
Oh, the humanity!
Another dirigible has fallen. I'm calling it a dirigible. Anyway, but yeah, so it's been pretty exciting, really. And that's why I was okay with not seeing the Northern Lights, because I was like, I got to see the Goodyear blimp. So like, that's something, Alan. Like, you got to give yourself, you got to take your wins and take your losses.
Man. Goodyear blimp, eventually it's not going to be around. So
right.
Yeah.
Why? Wait, what? It won't be around.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to it?
I don't know. I just said that.
You're going to be like, it's the Goodyear drone.
I just said that
drone.
Like, you feel good.
Well, I mean, very well. I didn't know if you were going to say, like, they're phasing it out. I mean, who knows?
I have no idea. Yeah, you never know.
But it was pretty cool to see it, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
I was like, yep.
And then, like, I called my wife. And I was like, because she worked down in the southern town, past
more
me.
southerner,
and more southerner. And I was like, the Goodyear blimp is like right here in town. And she was like, yeah, it's at the house now. Like it came all the way down to like my house. And then turned around and went back up. I was like, that's crazy.
It's like, that's a friend.
They're like, now we know where the Black Lincoln Collective Studios is located. We're out of here.
That's where the shit show's at.
Back to China. Back to China.
Buzz my kids.
Tell China where it is. Well, so that was the big news for sure for this week. I think anyway. Mm-hmm. But Fred, what I heard was that you took Allan's cue and headed on down to the old beach.
I did, man. We went to the beach this weekend. That was like one of the main reasons that
because of the blind.
I forgot about the Aurora Borealis.
We'll see. Yeah,
because I had the kids. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Could you see it in Myrtle Beach?
No, I don't know. Well, we didn't.
He does say he did not.
I didn't see it.
Making a little noise. I don't know.
Yeah, like we went down there and had just to get away. We had some points.
Yeah, weekend fun.
Yeah, and I had got off work at like 5 o'clock, and I was like, we got to go because it's gonna take us 4 hours to get down there. So
yeah, unless you ride the blimp.
Yeah,
it don't take 8 hours.
Yeah. But we didn't get into Columbia before like we hit some damn traffic.
Yeah, you're gonna get that.
Like a 4-hour trip turned into like fucking 7 hours. Long story.
Did you end up going to Myrtle?
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we went to Myrtle. Like went down there and come to find out it was bike week. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, I didn't know. I was like, you don't bring the kids to bike week.
No, you don't want to do that.
But like, evidently, bike week ain't what it used to be. Because like, there's like,
it's not motorbike week now. It's just a bunch of kids with bicycles.
I maybe saw 50 bikes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know.
So that's not bike week. That was pre.
No. And then
More like Tyke week.
I had my daughter walking out in the street, and like one of the dudes hit it on the bike, and like, it scared the shit out of me. That never like that.
That's funny. So I'm never going to the beach again.
That shit was so funny. Yeah, but
so
yeah, it was good time.
The maximum speed of a blimp, Fred, of the new Goodyear blimp, the new one, which I don't know if we got the new one or the old one.
60 miles an hour.
Close, 73 miles an hour. The old Goodyear blimp was 50, and the one before that was 35.
Yeah, but you can make it to the beach in about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you get there quicker because you flying in a straight line.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Depends on who's driving.
Unless they did the detour.
Right.
Yeah, it's Freddie's house.
They just flew around. Like they flew around in circles and shit.
You got to warm up the blimp, man. Like, now we got her. Let's take her out.
Yeah.
Blimp it up. Well, I'm glad you guys went to the beach. I'm sure Myrtle Beach is still just as lovely as ever.
Yeah, man. It's. I mean, I had a good time. I mean,
did you go to the Gay Dolphin?
We did not go to the Gay Dolphin. Like my son wanted to go in the first fucking store that he saw, and like that's where he spent his money at. And I was like, I ain't going to nothing else.
Yeah, we're done.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You're like, I know I don't need shit. So
yeah, I don't need nothing.
Yeah,
they bought hoodies.
Jesus, what is gonna? I try not to get into like the generational battles of like, oh, my generation is better because this, or this.
Yeah,
but you don't buy a hoodie in the summer at the beach. That's just, I mean, come on. Were they at least on sale?
Yeah, I got two for I had $25 a piece or something like that.
Okay, well, I mean,
that's Myrtle Beach lifeguard. He loves his Myrtle Beach lifeguard.
Now they're going to expect him to swim. Now he's going to wear that somewhere.
I had to, because when we went actually to the beach Saturday morning, we got up early, and it was fucking low tide. So the water's all the way back. And you can see where it dips off, but the waves are still crashing up against that little dip.
Right.
So the kids want to go down and get in the water. And I'm like, hold on. I was like, you can't go down that hill.
No.
I said, that ocean will take you.
You're playing a dangerous game right there.
That ocean will take you. Then you're like, you need to go down that hill.
Yeah.
Where'd you put the receipt for that hoodie? Run down the hill.
Yeah. And it's funny because the kids, they had water shoes on. And my youngest son, he go running out there to the water and slipped and the shoe came off. And I grabbed him, I snatched it back, and the shoe was he's like, Daddy, my shoe. I was like, it's gone. It's gone.
Ocean shoe now, son.
I told you, I said the ocean will take you. No. And then maybe 10, 15 minutes later, the shoe came back.
Yeah.
He was like, came back and he was like, he was like, yeah.
Neptune has showed a favor to you, son.
The ocean's like, I don't want your trash.
Yeah, trash.
Feed me hoodies, not this shoe. There's plenty of shoes in the ocean.
There was jellyfish there, washed up. And we was stay away from kids, blah, blah, blah. And then we seen this lady come down, walking down. I guess she looking for seashells and shit. Because I said, it's low tide. Yeah. And she just picked them up. She picked them up by the head, I guess, and threw them back in the.
Yeah, you pick them up and I used to pick them up and flip them.
Yeah, but my wife said those were dead jellyfish anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about jellyfish to pick a dead
we didn't have no jellyfish. I mean, the ocean here's beautiful. I mean, it's clear. You can see it.
Yeah.
Really. You can see the mile away. You can see when the shark's going to come and get you.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Can't see when the jellyfish though, because they're pretty much clear.
Yeah, they did. They look like just gray blob.
Were jellyfish named after jelly, or was jelly named after jellyfish? That's the kind of hard hitting question that we're asking tonight.
Which came first, the jelly or the fish?
Right, the jelly or the fish. Wow. You tell me, farty in the butt.
Hashtag which came first, jelly or the fish?
Hashtag jellyfish
or the fish.
But I think we did get some tornadoes and crap here on Tuesday. It was
sure.
Yeah, we were in tornado warning most of the day.
Yeah.
Really?
We had one too.
Yeah, we did have a tornado. I slept through it.
Yeah, they told me, I woke up, went into work, and then tornado warnings and shit went off, and they're like, go back to the hotel. I came in, I slept, and when I woke up, I noticed all the alerts on my phone. I was like, oh,
I did it.
You went to bed. Yep.
You're like, well, tornado's not going to get me. Not if I'm asleep.
No, not if I'm asleep.
That's how it goes.
It sucks the bed right in the room, and Allan wakes up inside the twisted.
He's like, well, I guess I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. I'd be like, sleepy. You know, with your one eye.
Go to sleep.
I'm glad you made it, Allan. I'm glad you survived the tornado of 2020, whatever year this is. Because it could be any year if they're listening to the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, they had like 4 or 5 of them, but one hit Tallahassee just fucked it up. Kept on coming down. There was a couple around here, but nah.
What are you going to do?
Sleep.
Right, exactly. Sleep. Just sleep it off. Sleep off the tornado.
Sleep it off.
Or not. Well, Fred, speaking of sleeping it off, I tried to sleep it off, and I couldn't sleep. And so I watched the movie that's taken the world by storm, Fred.
Sleep it all last night.
Sort of. And it's called Unfrosted. Have you seen the Unfrosted?
Yes.
Starring a lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive cast list, really.
And most of them are like, I don't like their talent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't like them.
It's probably basically, they had nothing. They needed some work, so they basically just put them all in one movie.
I mean, it had some good people in it. It had some people that I was like, whatever about. I mean, like, I'm not a huge Jerry Seinfeld guy. So to start off, I was like, well, not a fan.
Right.
But, it wasn't, I think it got better. It got better as the movie went on. I will give credit to that.
Yeah, I'm not a Melissa McCarthy fan either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like her.
I think she's fine.
I don't know.
She's funny on SNL.
She was funny on that spy movie.
I don't know.
With Sandra Bullock?
With Jude Law.
Bumbling fat humor. You know what I'm saying? It's just
then why are you on this show, Fred? Because that's all this is, buddy. I hate to tell you. I hate to be the one to tell you that 142 episodes in. But bumbling fat humor is kind of trademark. No, she does always play like the dumb, like
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hate her. So Allan, let me run through some of this cast list off the top of my head, which is not going to be good for anybody. So it starred Jerry Seinfeld, of course, Melissa McCarthy, Amy Schumer, who else? Thomas Lennon from The State, which he was good. Who else was on? There was a lot of Jim Gaffigan was on it. Christian, no, who was that guy? Who's the freaking guy? Christian something.
Yeah, Christian Slater.
That's it. Christian Slater was in it. Bill Burr played the president.
Yeah.
There was a lot of. It was pretty star-studded for being crappy.
Yeah.
But it seems like Jerry Seinfeld
movies that are star-studded are crappy.
Right. It was like Hugh Grant was in it. Yeah.
It's hard to
Steven Seagal in it.
What's that?
Steven Seagal?
Maybe.
Yeah, he invented the pop star.
Bobby Moynihan was in it. Peter Dinklage was in it. Jack McBrayer.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of people in this movie. Like every 3 seconds, here's another character.
Bill Burr played JFK.
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it had some moments. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't like it was just. It felt like a half-ass comedy movie where they it was like a comedy movie where they made a movie about. So obviously, Allan, I'm not spoiling anything. It's a movie about Kellogg's versus Post and the invention of the Pop-Tart, essentially.
Right.
And like they were doing theirs. And so it seemed like somebody was like, we should do a movie about Pop-Tarts. And then somebody's like, cool, I'm going to try and write every Pop-Tart related joke I can think of.
Most of it's loosely based on like the real story. Like, Post and Kellogg's were both in the same town.
Right. Bitter rivals.
So, I mean, you bitter rivals. You know what I'm saying? They're serving breakfast to America, in the 50s, man. That's all it was capitalism. You know? So
it did have John Hamm in it, speaking of that.
Yeah.
I don't know why what you said made me think of Ham, but
I thought you thought
as the Madman, yeah.
Yeah, Madman, yeah.
Yeah. So no, I mean, like I said, it very much felt like they were like, let's throw in all the like, cereal jokes, all the like pudding related jokes we can find.
Yeah.
Anything to do with pastries, the jokes going in.
So is that a Jerry Seinfeld movie?
He was the star. I mean, I would say he was the star. Right?
I mean, so basically, he probably did all the Pop-Tart jokes that he's had for like past 30 years, and he's like,
he probably did. Let's see. He was one of the head writers. Him, Spike Feresten, and Andy Robin were the
so it makes sense. It makes sense.
It does make sense when you think of it as like a Jerry Seinfeld movie because it is, and it was fine. Like I said, I don't even know. Like I started out watching it, and I was like, this is trash. And like 15 minutes into it, I gave up. And then I was like, Fred said, no, you should stick with it.
At least Jerry didn't suck some cum out of a dirty water bathtub.
This is true.
When did he do that?
He does it in don't worry about it. Just watch the movie, Allan.
No, I'm not going to watch the movie because there's too many movies to watch.
Watch Saltburn.
Yeah, watch Saltburn.
I want to watch the new Kong movie.
Watch Unsalted.
I want to watch the Kong X or whatever.
Oh, the new King of Kongs.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Allan, watch Unfrosted.
Because like the thing I'm sorry. What?
No, you're good. I was just gonna tell him to watch it so that he can be like, meh.
So you can go meh.
Yeah, you'll be like,
came out.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
It came out on that thing that we talk about. It came out on that. I saw
TV.
that.
Yeah, I saw that. But I had to watch like the first 5 minutes of it to see like if it was in Russian or Chinese. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? No, mine. Yeah, I got it in English. Yeah, and it's got subtitles.
It's in English too. But like the first 5 minutes was great, man.
You never know.
It wasn't meh.
Man,
no, it was not.
You don't know, man, or not. If it was only 5 minutes in, you don't know.
Yeah. I do. Meh.
So you could just watch Unfrosted instead.
Everything for me is meh anyway.
No, not everything is meh, but that was meh for sure. Like it was just fine. Like you said, it was fine. I expected more because of the cast.
I had one or two like big laughs.
Right. There were a few. There was a lot of visual humor.
More.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of it was you could tell when, like I said, now that I know Jerry Seinfeld wrote it, I feel that because a lot of it was like I said, like visual stuff where you're like, oh, okay, that's funny because looks like he's on a toilet or whatever, like stupid shit like that. Where it was like, all right, whatever. Or like, oh, he burned the Pop-Tarts. And like, it's just weird, dude.
Yeah, see, that was, when you said he was on the toilet, that was like perked me up. I was like, that may be funny, but
it wasn't worth an hour and a half to see one dude sit on a toilet. And I don't even know if that actually happened. I may have pulled an Allan and made that up myself.
I made better endings than the actual endings.
There was at some point.
I can't remember. See, that's what I'm saying. I watched it. I watched it the day it came out, and like, there's nothing really memorable.
Right. I watched it this afternoon, and I don't barely remember it. So
it was me.
Yeah, but everybody. I will say, everybody was panning it and saying it was terrible, and I don't think it was terrible. I just think it was fine.
Terrible.
Right. I think it was fine. It was okay. It wasn't great and it wasn't terrible. It was A-okay. If you like Amy Schumer and Jerry Seinfeld, you would love
Which
it.
I don't.
If you really like those guys, you would love it.
See, I don't. So, meh.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just like our show. It's meh at best.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, a lot of people like Freddie.
Right. Well, they just tune in for Farty in the
I
butt.
don't know why.
Probably because you sound like you're in a cave somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He does sound like he's in a cave now.
Definitely does.
I sound like I'm in a cave. Hello.
Fart cave, apparently. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more after the farts.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
BLC, baby.
Sorry, I had to go back to my regular voice. That was my regular voice. This is my radio voice. So I'm always like, hey guys, let's play a game. So welcome back to the show. I did sound like that the other day. I was real stuffy, and my kids were like, they kept being like, Dad, stop using that voice, because I tend to, do voices sometimes. They're not good. And I was like, guys, I'm not doing a voice. My nose was so stuffy. I was like, I can't even recreate it.
Hey
I was
guys.
so stuffed up. Yeah, they were just like, Dad, stop doing that stupid voice. I'm like, I want to stop so bad.
Doing your YouTube
I
voice.
can't. It's my YouTube voice. So, but yeah, so we're back. We're better than ever. Thank you guys so much for still joining with us. We've decided to do a little something different, and we don't know if it's going to work out great or work out great.
Probably great.
I mean, those are our only two options, so it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be big. We never came up with a name though, Fred. So
No, I don't think so.
Fred line update. I don't know.
Midweek update.
There you go. So listen here, we're gonna do some stuff, and Fred's gonna talk, and I'm gonna talk. It's just like the show. So just sit back, relax, fucking enjoy the show. I guess. I don't know.
Right.
I'm gonna let Fred. You go first.
Well, of course. Thanks, Matt.
No, you want me to go? I'll go first. I got mine.
I'll go first. Go. I got mine ready. I don't give a shit.
Well, you flip for it. I got a coin right here.
Rochambeau.
All right. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Shoot.
Well, how are you that far off? Scissors. Yes, I win. So you go first.
I can't believe it, Fred. I can't believe it. You saw him do that.
Way behind, dude.
No, I was so behind. I was so
like
behind.
3 minutes ahead, and he's still on.
It was like,
That's okay. That's what I expect. All right, Fred. So hit us with our first whatever.
What this is. So did you know that for more than 30 years, Garfield phones have been washing up on French beaches? The mystery, they finally solved the mystery, and a shipping container fell overboard.
Sure.
But it's still like Garfield is the cartoon cat that will never die.
That's awesome.
Like
I used to have a Garfield phone, man. I love that thing.
Garfield never died.
He'll never.
He won't die. He's the worst cartoon. Like,
No, he's not the worst cartoon.
He is. The movies never make money.
Well, the movie sucked. The cartoon was good. He was lazy.
They're doing another movie.
I kind of dedicated a lot of my life to Garfield. Like I've lived in his dream world for most of my life.
Hell yeah, he hates Mondays.
Yeah, he hates Mondays. He loves lasagna. Like, what's not to love about this guy?
I know. But I don't know.
Fred's just jealous.
He died in Robot Chicken. He had a heart attack.
There's no Fred phone.
No Fred phone.
He's like, one day there'll be a Fred phone. yeah, picture like
when it rang, didn't the eyes go like?
No, not on mine. It didn't. But no, it closed. No, when you had it down, they would close, And when you would pick up the receiver, which was in his back, and they would open up.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, it's been a while.
So you talk through.
Yeah, and his tail was his tail was like the cord. See, so, pretty awesome.
I hate Mondays.
Who doesn't? God, who doesn't hate Mondays? I hate Mondays already. Well, Fred, in the news this week,
show come out on Monday?
yes, but we love Monday. I love the show. We can start coming out on Tuesdays. We used to come out on Wednesdays, right, Alan? Or was it Tuesdays? I don't remember. Who knows? We tried Mondays. Maybe we'll go back to Tuesdays. Who cares? We'll come out every day of the week.
Yeah. We'll go to Zenith Day.
That's right. We'll go to all the days. So what we'll do is we'll just release 10 minutes of the show 7 days.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Makes perfect sense.
It's great for your attention span.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, if you're, it would make sense. So, well, Fred, in the news this week, a Green Bay, Wisconsin man was back in court pleading not guilty to 2 charges, one for battery and one for disorderly conduct. Yep, that's right. D's Nuts Kroll was able to sign his $11,000 bond and was released shortly thereafter, which came as a relief to the judge, who said, and I quote, "I'm tired of having D's nuts up in my ass each week in this court." So this is a real guy named D's Nuts, and thankfully he got out.
D's Nuts what?
D's Nuts Kroll, Kroll. Kroll.
How wouldn't you change your last name to something like...
What would you name in your mouth?
In your mouth? Yeah. I mean, if you're going with D's Nuts, you might as well put
but would you want somebody to call to be like, "Hey, Mr. In Your Mouth, you're up.
Yeah.
Now coming to the stand, Mr. D's Nuts in Your Mouth." Oh, that's actually pretty awesome.
That would kill every time.
That would kill.
That would kill every time.
And imagine, I read that and I was like, this guy's parents must be some of the biggest jerks in the world.
Unless he changed it,
Yeah, he did it himself, baby.
I don't think he did it himself. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know.
He's a comedian. I don't know.
That doesn't hold a candle to our friends. And this was a while ago now, but it's still important. When 7 years ago, 7 or 9 years ago, a 19-year-old man named Budweiser was arrested Thursday evening for trespassing at a brewery with an uncanny similarity to his own name in St. Louis. So Budweiser snuck into the Budweiser brewery and got into a fight, and they arrested him.
They got into a fight. Perfect.
What else would he do?
This is my name.
My name.
Again, why would you name yourself Bud? Why? Poor kids. This is what's wrong with the kids, Fred. Is that they have these names.
These names.
Ayahuasca Jones.
That's a good name.
I don't know. We had somebody. I did meet a kid the other day, and when somebody was like, I think my kid was like, "What's that kid's name?" And I was like, "I don't remember what it was, but it was something." They were like, "That's a weird name."
That's so.
I was like, "Well, everybody's got their own things, Like, sorry that you guys have normal ass names. Sorry,
they're white names,
right? Fred, your kids have white names. I would argue that your kids have whiter names than my kids to an extent.
That's because she named them.
My daughter's name is pretty black.
What's your daughter's name? No.
Andrea.
No, come on.
It's like Andre. It's the girl version of Andre.
Yeah, come on.
That's every Andrea I've known has been right. Exactly.
I put okay, I'm gonna change the names. I'm gonna put La in front of all of them.
Andrea.
There you go.
There you go.
La Lucas. Andrea. La Lucas. Yeah.
La Lucas. Damn it, Dad. Thank you.
La Ezekiel.
There you go.
He sounds French. La Ezekiel.
I love it personally. So I think you should put just L apostrophe, not like LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freddie's like, yeah, they are white names.
Yeah, wait a minute. Gotta give him some street cred here.
There you go. All right. So, Indiana judge rules that tacos and burritos are now sandwiches, but
I quit the show.
The court remained oddly silent on hot dogs.
Well, you can't say a taco and a burrito is a sandwich and not call a hot dog a sandwich. Where is this judge?
Yeah, where is this?
Indiana? They don't even have tacos in Indiana.
Oh,
The best tacos.
Do they? Do they have good tacos? Is there Indiana
Corn
traditionally known for their tacos?
yes.
Like, wow, honey, can't wait to go to Indiana and get some of those delicious tacos.
Indiana tacos.
Those taco
Those
sandwiches.
famous Indiana place of tacos.
Why would they call? Okay, so like I can understand. No, I can't.
No,
Is a wrap a sandwich?
it's
Like
not
a wrap?
sandwich.
Like if you get a chicken Caesar wrap?
It's a wrap.
That's gonna get appealed.
A wrap,
burrito. A burrito and a wrap are the exact same fucking
Wrap
thing.
it up, B.
Gotta wrap
Yeah,
this
it's
burrito up.
Sandwiches. They're sandwiches now.
No, they're
So-
not.
I don't trust that.
So says the
That was a judge. That was I bet that was a Trump appointed judge. It was like, I'll teach these Democrats something.
I say now here these tacos are now my here sandwiches.
The left wants you to believe that tacos are not sandwiches. We'll never let that happen.
No,
They're Mexican sandwiches.
That's right.
no, they're not. They're tacos.
Sandwiches still the same, sir.
But that's not a
A taco is a taco, and a burrito is a burrito.
Right.
No sandwich. Nope.
Sandwich.
It's not even made out of bread.
right. They're not even made out of bread.
I put it on a dagwood.
Who was this? George Wapner or something?
Yeah. Well, I hate that guy. So I'm never going to go to Indiana now. So sorry, Indiana listeners. I'm out.
Yep.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't go to that. That's a sham. That's a Travis Shamockery.
Yep.
Shamalama ding dong.
Shamalama dings. Well, Fred,
Now that's a sandwich.
now that is a sandwich. Well, Fred, in local news,
Oh yeah.
not Indiana news,
Oh no.
a South Carolina couple has been arrested for moving into a home that wasn't theirs.
Uh-oh.
The couple used doctored bank statements and made up confirmation codes to secure the keys and immediately move into the house. But within a few days, attorneys realized that they were being scammed, and the couple was arrested as the house was seized by authorities. Fortunately,
go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm just saying, how you gonna think you're gonna get away with that?
I don't know. But fortunately for the couple, Fred, and this is maybe why they thought they were. So fortunately for the couple, they had already forged their release papers from jail and were able to walk free later that day. I don't know if that's funny or not. I
think they did it just to see if they can do it.
I think so too. And like, I don't know how you do it. They just kept, so what they did is they said, like, so they did this thing, right? And they were like, listen, we're going through, we just had our identity stolen, like just recently. This is like the couple that said this. So like, if things pop up and they look sketchy or they look whatever, it's because we had our identity stolen and we're trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
So that gave them that, like, bought them a little more time, and then they would just make up these confirmation numbers of like money transfers, doctor all their paperwork. Really, really good idea. And they lived in the house for hours, for like 4 days.
I mean, you got to have balls to do that. You got to have
Yeah, man. That's what they call confidence scheme. You know what I mean? You got to have confidence.
Well, the thing is, in South Carolina, the squatter law don't apply, so you can't get away with it.
Right. And it's not like it was even a nice house, but you know, whatever.
Still, you just had the balls to do it, man.
I agree. No, I agree.
And then they have escape jail.
I don't know about the last part. I made that last part up.
Oh, did you?
That was my
We're
punchline.
gonna go with it. It was in the internet, so we're gonna go with it.
I thought it was real.
That was the punchline because I was like, oh, they already forged their own
That's
release
pretty
papers, so they were able to walk free. Yeah. All right, I tried. I didn't know if that was good or not, but I was like, we're doing it. Fuck it.
It was good enough that Freddie believed it.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that says really.
Freddie's not in the zone.
Flavor Fave is the official hype man for the U.S. women's water polo team in the Paris Olympics.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. What a
As was
time.
foretold by descriptions.
Wow.
We all knew Flavor Flav would eventually become the women's water polo. Put that on your bingo card for 2024.
Wow.
I thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too. I really did.
I know he wasn't dead.
We talked about it a few weeks ago that I thought he was dead.
I thought
No, I know he wasn't dead. No.
But that's awesome. Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Evidently, he's like he's sponsoring the team or something like that.
Oh, okay. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, them girls don't get money for nothing, man. Nobody.
Yeah, that's what he said. He heard that they were
hard up.
Well, one of the team players was like feeling bad because they don't get like any sponsorship or like nobody watches it. You know what I'm saying?
So he sent them 25 oversized clocks
to wear in the pool.
Right. So that you'll always know the time.
Fucking wearing them down.
Yeah. Like 3 more members of the women's water polo team drowned today because they couldn't get their humongous chains off their neck before they were sucked into the water.
That was a stipulation by Flav that they had to wear. They gotta wear them.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
If you want the money, you gotta wear them.
Flavor Flav.
Hey, good for Flav, man. That's one of those things. I don't know his situation nowadays. I don't know if he made good decisions and is well off, or if he's broke, or what. But it sounds like he must be doing all right. I mean, he's
I think the rumor is that he was smart with his money. Just good marketer.
He probably invested in clocks.
I'm sure he did.
That would be what I would have invested in if I was him. I'm like, stick with the clock.
This will be the team. They've won 3 gold medals in a row,
and we still don't care.
So yeah,
Go figure, right? That's sad, man.
But I will pay attention now because of Flavor Flav.
Right.
I
gotta see how Flavor Flav does.
I hope they win a gold medal and then they raise them up on their shoulders.
Yeah, boy.
65-year-old Flavor Flav says, when I come out and watch the water polo team, USA, yo, I'm going to be the biggest hype man they ever had in their life.
I believe it, dude.
I'm going to be bigger than any cheerleader they ever had in their life. I'm going to cheer this team on, and I'm going to cheer this team into winning a gold medal.
Good for Flav.
Yeah.
That's like me being like, I'm going to cheer on the U.S. basketball team, and they're going to finally win one because of me. Like, no, they won like 18 in a row, but still, whatever. I'll take the credit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fred, Memorial Day is coming up, as you know, and that's officially the start of summertime, which can really only mean one thing. It's time for Michigan's annual Prettiest Butthole competition. According to organizers, on June 1st, it's back, it's bleached, and it's ready to wink. And the Pink Eye Patrol will be on the scene to award the $2,000 cash prize to Michigan's Prettiest Butthole. One of last year's contestants was quoted as saying, "I love this competition, but it kind of stinks." So that is a real thing as well. Maybe not the quote, but the rest of it is real.
I mean, how Prettiest Butthole? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen my butthole, so I don't know if it's pretty or not.
Yeah. Allan, you know what? I'm sure your butthole is very nice.
I don't even know if it's tanned,
I don't want to know if it's tanned.
So, these people have to be.
Well, these are like, it's like at a strip club. It's not like it's just like.
Well, yeah, I mean, but still, they got to have a mirror to look at it and be like, "Oh yeah."
No, they don't. If you're a stripper, plenty of people will look at your butthole.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, honey, what you think of my butthole?
Yeah, how's my butthole looking today, hon? Well, it's looking a little furry, dear. There you go. See, that's how you win.
That's how it's
right. Yeah, that's how you make it wink. So, okay, Fred, you got any more? You got another story?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, I got another one. This one isn't as distinct.
Oh, damn.
So, well, Fred, and Allan knows, of course, as well, of the infamous Japanese crime syndicate known as the Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yakuza.
Right? Well, unfortunately for the Yakuza, I guess it depends on which side of this you land. they've kind of come on in under hard times lately. So their membership really peaked in the 1960s. However, in 2013, the U.S. regulators assisted Japan in cracking down on the Yakuza and targeting their finances. So where they had all this money and all this other stuff, it's kind of fallen off a little bit. Well, not too long ago, one of the highest ranking members of the Takanagawa gang, which is part of the country's second largest Yakuza syndicate, got arrested. And would you care to guess what his crime was, Fred?
Racketeer?
No. Well, I don't know. What is racketeering?
It's like gangster shit.
Is that like stealing?
Stealing and
maybe Bitcoin?
Sort of. You're both sort of close.
Running the a criminal organization?
Not quite. Unfortunately, the guy whose name I will not say, mostly because I can't, I won't. I can't because I can't pronounce it, and I don't want the Yakuza to come and kill me. So, unfortunately, this gentleman or lady was apprehended late in April for their involvement in petty theft of stolen items worth 252,000 yen, which translates to about 120 or 1,200, basically 1,300 pounds, which is about $1,350. But part of the stash that he got caught, or he or she got caught with, was 25 Pokemon cards. So apparently, trading card theft in Japan is up recently because they're easy, they're super portable, easy to resell for cash, difficult to track.
NFTs.
Right. So they also arrested a 56-year-old man who was unemployed because he helped plan this heist.
Oh my God, what happened to the Yakuza?
So
they just had a rough go of it.
Yeah, dude. In the 80s, I mean, you would come out with the movies and shit, the Avengers.
Right.
What's his name? That whatever the archer guy, you know.
Yeah, Ronan.
Yeah, he was after the Yakuza guy, and now he's basically trading Pokemon.
Right. Well, so yeah, the French newspaper Le Monde highlighted the unusual nature of this leader's arrest for petty theft in Japan, which is a stark contrast to their well-known involvement in far more serious criminal activities, as evidenced by the 2015 gang split that forced a Yakuza syndicate to cancel its annual Halloween trick-or-treat event for children.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's just been rough for them, man. It's been a decline in gang membership and overall brutality over the last couple decades. Now they've just gotten into the card game. So, and they said also that COVID didn't help the Yakuza at all. So it's hard. It's hard. How are you going to recruit?
Yeah,
during COVID,
Yakuza got locked down.
Sorry, I guess if you're a Japanese authority, like cop, you just got to try and catch them all. Terrible. Well, Fred, I do have one more story. This one really does hit.
Yakuza.
Yeah. So this story really does hit home for me, Fred, and sincerely, like I've become a grizzled old man in my journey on this planet, and I try to never cry if I can help it, because that's not true. I cry, but I try not to cry over reading newspaper stuff.
I know now why you cry.
You'll know now why I cry, because Fred, it hurts my heart to say this. One of the most well-known and well-respected things in all of South Carolina has unfortunately burned to the ground. The famed UFO Welcome Center in Bowman, which is one of by far our oddest tourist attractions, burnt to the ground over the weekend. So I drive by there. My family does their family reunion out that way, like out toward Bowman. So I would drive by there like every year, and it's such a you just like turn down this road. And then all of a sudden there's this huge like UFO that says like welcome travelers and all this other shit. But unfortunately it was crews from several area departments battled to save the center, but to no avail. And all that was left was smoldering ruins of wood and metal.
It was CIA. CIA did it.
Well, there's a lot out there. So Joey Pendarvis, who built the UFO Welcome Center in his backyard, said he doesn't know what started the fire, but he's hopeful officials will figure out how it started. He said, however, it is a total loss, including the trailer that he lives in. He said, Pendarvis, what a weird name, said, maybe another UFO came by and set the fire. He told the Post and Courier 4 hours after the blaze as he was eating breakfast in a nearby diner.
I believe it.
So very sad.
He fell asleep with that cigarette.
That's basically what he did. Yeah,
makes me really sad, man, because that was like seriously my favorite thing. And it wasn't great.
It was one blunt too many.
Smoking them trees.
Yeah. Past that.
So he's had over. So Bowman, where he lives, only has less than 1,000 residents. And 25 years ago, he built the center to greet aliens, and it's brought people from across the nation to his tiny little outpost about an hour away from Charleston. Wow. There is a sign on the front that says "Space people only. Enter at your own risk." And I never. Oh, you could go into it. I never went in. I used to drive by it all the time, and I never went in. Oh man. Well, okay. Well, maybe this is the reason. Ceiling boards were covered in exposed wires and cables that were intertwined throughout the center. Staircases took you to a dome-shaped room at the top where dozens of pie plates were used for porthole windows.
Come on,
From there, you could look out for signs of UFOs in the sky.
Even aliens got ocean.
Do you think this has anything to do with the Aurora Borealis?
Yeah, that's what happened. Yep.
They deemed it. The aliens deemed it unsafe.
Yeah, the aliens are like, no.
Yeah, they're like, no, I can't do this.
Can't have this,
man.
You can't have this representing our people.
No. So we fucked up with Roswell. We ain't fucking up again.
I would love to get this guy on the show. We should try to get this guy on the show.
Yeah.
He said he walked into town hall and applied for a building permit. While he was there, he got an application to run for mayor of Bowman in 2019, and he's like, I got 41 votes.
Hell yeah, 41.
That's pretty good.
Hey, out of 1,000. Hey.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean that could be a lot worse.
So how many people voted?
It's like,
I don't know.
Because you figure there's 1,000 people living there. Not everybody's going to vote.
Right.
Yeah.
So he got 41 votes. Maybe 500 people voted.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Percentage wise, it's high.
Came in second.
It's not really how that works.
Came in second.
Second in a 2-person race.
I came in second. I lost to a goat.
That's right. I lost to my own alien center. But no, man, that's sad because I used to really look forward, and it's so stupid. It's such a stupid thing, but I would always look forward to drive by there. Not for any real reason. Not like, I mean, it was kind of a crap shack.
Knew that it was there.
It was just there. It was there, and I was like, one of these days, man.
That's like a checkpoint. You know
yeah. And I knew that meant I was really close to the reunion where there was nothing around. Oh God, that was the worst.
That was the most interesting thing there.
It really was, dude. It was by far, because then you get to because we had it at a church every year, and a church with no AC. With no air conditioning, Fred. This is in today's world.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys need AC. And they're like, no. And I'm like, y'all are too old. Like, everybody in this church is too old.
Yeah.
If you don't need AC, that means you're elderly.
Yeah, bro. My parents, my wife has her family reunion, man. Bro, I'm like, there ain't no music, there ain't no games.
No, nothing fun.
It's just nothing fun, man.
Nope. And then they're like, who?
They got all these kids in the family, and the kids are just like so bored.
Oh, yeah. Every time we've gone, dude, they've been like, so what's the news? Anybody? Any news? Any births or deaths this year?
They have it every year. Like, my family usually have it every 4 years. And
that makes sense.
They do it every year. And I'm like,
yeah. And they're mad if you don't show up.
Yeah.
Like, they get mad. I don't even know these people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know any of them. One year they convinced. So one year, and this is, maybe I shouldn't, it doesn't matter. It's too late. One year we went, and we all went, and like my sister was there. My sister had gotten really stoned before she went in. And that's fine. You know, I get it. I'm there with you. Right. If I wouldn't have driven separately, I would have done the same thing. But so she got like real high, and then we're in there like in the church, and it's just like ass hot because it's always in the summer. They do it in the middle of the summer, like in mid-June. I don't know why. And somebody came up with she may have even suggested it, but they were like talking about like, what can we do like to commemorate blah, 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 family shit, blah, blah, blah. And someone else was like, oh, we should do a family cookbook. And, and of course, all the like old ladies were like, oh, what's a grand idea? Blah, 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 blah. And then my sister, of all people, because again, she's stoned out of her gourd, is like, I'll do the cookbook. And she like stands up and like puts her hand like, I can do that. I'll take care of it.
Oh gosh.
Right. And so I was like, as soon as she said that, I was like, damn it. Now I have to do the cook. I know this means I have to do the cookbook. Yep. So I ended up having to design and like get all these recipes. And Fred, I'm not even kidding you. Some of them were the trashiest recipes in the world. Like they were so bad, dude.
Ambrosia salad.
Ambrosia salad was one of them. Yeah, dude. I love that stuff. But like, so a lot of them were just, so like I added some in. Like I just pulled some recipes offline.
Like distant cousin Ralph.
Yeah.
His favorite 7-layer bean dip.
Uncle Wendy's chili. Yeah, Uncle Wendy's chili and all kinds of stuff. But like, because they wanted to put like they said it where they're like, you got to put the like who contributed it, right? Mm-hmm. And so like I knew I only know my family. So like anytime anyone in my family would contribute one, I would put it at the top of the list, like the first one, and then put everybody else's scrub shit behind it. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I have that cookbook somewhere, and I don't ever know. I never got paid for that. I guess that's family for you.
You're not supposed to get paid for it.
Well, I should have gotten paid because I didn't volunteer to do it.
You should have known when she volunteered.
I did know because I knew she was going to say, "Oh well, you're going to do whatever."
When she volunteers, she volunteering you. You should know.
Right. Welcome to my life. It's sad, but it's true, and it is definitely true. Oh well, no, it's okay. Well, it'll be better eventually. I'm just thankful that they haven't asked to like to update it.
Right.
Like I think all these people
update it.
Yeah, I'm like, we have the internet, y'all. We don't need we don't need any of this. I mean, it's cool, but no one's ever gonna like do it, and no one's ever, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole thing. All right, guys. Well, you got anything else for us, Frederick?
Man, I think I'm done for the night.
Alan, how about you, buddy? Anything good?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to get out of here. We'll call it a week, and we'll be back next week with a brand new episode.
Yeah, BL, see you later.
BL, see ya.
Yeah.
Night-night.
A BSC or something, Fred? You gonna do
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Oh, what a day. What a motherfucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hip. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.